the very last line on page 3, thus this bill institutionalizes TARP for bank holding companies. Tell us what's wrong.
What's wrong with it is that...
No, well, just go into depth on your statements, what I meant.
To explain a little further, the crucial thing is that under this bill, it's not just that we've given the FDIC power to resolve, to settle the competing claims.
Could you put your mic a little bit closer there?
It's not just that we're giving the FDIC the power to resolve competing claims, which is similar to what a bankruptcy judge does in a bankruptcy proceeding, but we very explicitly said that the FDIC can borrow money from the Treasury, that's explicitly in the bill, can use that money from Treasury to buy the debts of the failing institution, to take equity stakes, to guarantee its obligations, and all sorts of things. Now, there are provisions in the bill where allegedly Treasury, if FDIC is going to recoup that money later on. The way it recoups it is truly bizarre. It recoups it by levying fees on all the remaining Tier 1 financial institutions. So it's kind of like the deposit insurance system, except it's ex post, not ex ante. So the incentive it sets up is, for every one of those firms, take as much risk as you can. Sometimes you'll make a lot of profit. If you fail and you disappear, then the people who pay for that are all the remaining firms in the industry. But of course, every firm is going to think that way, so they're all going to be simultaneously trying to out-risk each other. It's just an unmitigated recipe for disaster.
That's a new form of capitalism called joint and several liability.
Yeah.
If I may add, it also gives an incentive to make your failure as systemically fearful as possible. Not just to make you get the bailout, but you want to hold a gun to everybody's head that you are as dangerous to the financial system as possible so that you can get the bailout.
Does it bother you that institutions beyond financial institutions could be impacted by this legislation?
In what manner do you see them as
well,
being
the broad swoop is that it could bring in a non-bank.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, first of all, the definition of what is an institution covered by this end up being extremely malleable. So, GMAC is probably going to come in, and because GMAC is in, then somehow General Motors is going to get in. You're going to have people who make toaster ovens who buy a small, brokerage service firm and put it on their books so that then they're covered and they're too big to fail and have access to all these Treasury funds. Yes, it's just incredible. It's just a blank check